Hey, welcome back to Enigmatica 2, where in the last video, we started progressing through forestry and actual additions to work towards thermal, and also built up the beginnings of this big place. This is going to be possibly where I have the rest of the tech stuff. Depends how big some things get. I don't know. This is going to be the place for the immediate future at least, and it's not quite done, but I don't need it to be done for a little while. But also, I've gone through and replaced every single torch I could find with a series of arcane lamps. So I've gone back through every single building and I've just spread them around. And it really has lit things up much, much better. And I think it looks quite a lot better. Anyway, on to the point of this video. I think I can probably get 2 thermal in this video. As for how much of it I can do, I'm not sure. There's a whole bunch of dynamos here that it's asking about, and I'm probably going to use these dynamos as the next big main power source. And out of everything available here, I really think the dynamos are going to be the best bet, because they are extremely upgradable and very expandable, so they should be able to make a lot of power for me. And maybe I can start getting them in this video. As for how I fuel them, that's another question for another episode. But I can probably get at least the steam dynamo by the end of this video. So, before I can get on to much of that, I need to get the machine frame. That means I need to get the RF Tools machine frame, which means I'm going to have to do some more industrial foregoing to get pink slime. So how am I expected to get pink slime? Right, the mob slaughter factory. I should be able to make this relatively easily. I actually already have a machine case, so we just need a gold gear, and there we go. So, where can I set this up? I'm gonna need relative access to mobs, but I also need power. I guess I can just bring the mobs to it. So for now I can just set it up here. Actually, it might be easier right now to set it up out here. And all I need to do is just bring a load of mobs in front of it. I'm pretty sure passive mobs are fine. So I've got this golden lasso. I forget how long ago I made it, but with this I can just pick up any old mob and just stick them in front of the slaughter factory. And that makes a very small amount of pink slime. So I'm going to have to do this quite a lot. So it might be worth me making a few more of these. There we go. That's finally a bucket's worth of pink slime. And I only need 2 pink slime balls, so hopefully I can get enough from this. I just need to place it down, and is it not supposed to turn into a pink slime? There we go. Oh, okay. Ooh, gave me exactly 2 pink slime balls. Thank God I've got looting on this. Well, I'm gonna remove this mob slaughter factory for now. Unless I need to mass produce pink slime, I think I can probably retire this. But there's still a handful more things that I'm gonna need for this machine frame. Dry rubbers, I should be able to get them quite easily. I just need to get the fluid extractor going a bit more. Gold gears are also quite easy. Heat vents, what do I need for that? Iron plates, iron bars, and an electric motor. Tin item casing, that's easy. Coil, copper cable, I should be able to manage that. I need 4 coils to make 2 motors to make 2 heat vents. And then last I just need any range add-on, and that is super easy. I've got spare red stained glass panes, so I can turn that into a +1 range add-on. Then I can grab the tiny dry rubbers. I have just enough for 2 dry rubbers, and then I can finally make the RF Tools machine frame. And that lets me start RF Tools. Ooh, now which of these do I want? What holds more? The power cell has 100 million RF in it. The energy cell is 20 million. Energy cube has 3 million. Nope, I miscounted. The power cell's only 10 million. So the energy cell has the most capacity in it, therefore making it the best one. Right, so what am I missing to make the machine frame now? I have a machine case, I have a machine frame, I have an iron casing, I have the Inori crystals, I have a heavy engineering block, so I'm just missing a device frame, which I can get very easily. Then I can put this whole thing together in the thermionic fabricator, and once the glass melts, there, 2 machine frames, meaning I can start thermal. Ooh, and it already gives me a 3rd machine frame, a signal upgrade kit, and a compression dynamo. Nice. So now I can properly start this. Gives me a whole bunch of useful things. And I've already completed the energy cell quest. So now I can either work down the various machines I'm going to need, or the power generation. And I think the power generation is a bit more of a pressing issue. So then, which dynamo do I want to work towards? I can probably do a decent amount with the compression dynamo, especially if I upgrade it a bit. Oh, but this one takes liquid fuel. Do any of them take item inputs? The steam dynamo is the one that takes item inputs. And I don't know which input is supposed to generate the most power, but I'm guessing most of this random wood is not the way to go. Looks like a block of coal coke is pretty good, or a block of coal. I might be able to get coal coke. There's a couple different kinds. The immersive coal coke. Oh, paralytic conversion. Maybe. Ooh, it takes 4,500 RF to make one coal coke. So that's about 40,000 to make the one block, but it makes 400,000 in the steam dynamo. So still a bigger profit than a block of coal. It'd end up making like 360,000 RF, which out of most of the things here is probably the best I can do. At least in the steam dynamo, that is. I can check some of the other dynamos. Magmatic, yeah, lava and similar. If Ex Nihilo had a crucible, a magmatic dynamo could be really good because lava is effectively free. Ooh, if I could mass produce blazing pyrotheum, that could be really, really good. It is just blaze powder, redstone, and sulfur. No, nothing in the sieve can make sulfur. Ah, shame. So just off the top of my head, I can't think of an easy way to mass produce blazing pyrotheum, but that would be better than coal coke. I'll come back to that. Compression dynamo, if I could get fuel, then I could probably do something with this. Now, by producing all of that coal coke, it's going to net me a bunch of creosote oil, so I could probably just have one of these on the side burning that, instead of binning it. Reactant dynamo, what's this? Weird things. It looks like it takes a fuel and a coolant, or vice versa. And it can generate a decent amount of RF, but it's probably still easier to do a steam dynamo than most of this stuff. Innovation dynamo, what's this one do? This seems to just take power? What? And this generates a lot of power too. I think the most lucrative thing in here would be redstone, because with the redstone block, 640,000 RF is pretty good, and with the sieves, redstone is very cheap. This could be a good power source too. So again, I'll keep that in mind. And then the final dynamo, I don't know how to pronounce that. It seems to take currency. The only thing here that I can realistically make is emeralds. 200,000 RF. None of these dynamos are terribly expensive to make, so I can probably have a bunch of them. But it seems like the most promising is the steam dynamo on coal coke, combined with a compression dynamo on creosote to counteract its cost, and an innovation dynamo on redstone. I don't know how much RF per tick it'd produce, but just based on the items themselves, I should be able to get them fairly easily, and they can produce quite a lot of power. So I think that's what I'll go for. So why not make all three of those dynamos now? I guess most of these dynamos then, because I have to go down the line. Starting with steam dynamo. All I'm missing is a copper gear and a redstone transmission coil, and I should be able to make that pretty easily. How many of these do I need? It looks like I need one for every dynamo, so may as well make a few of them. I think I'm gonna need 4. And these seem to take quite a lot of redstone. Right, that was a stack of redstone to make 4 transmission coils. And I guess while I'm at it, I should have spare invar, I've got spare tin, I've got spare lead. I'll just make all of this. I don't have much spare invar actually, but it's pretty cheap to make more. There we go, invar gear. And now I can work through making all of these dynamos. Oh, but I forgot to make the innovation dynamo. Whoops. Oh, and I made 2 compression dynamos. 1 second. There, innovation dynamo. Right, that's a bunch of quests done now. I could get the numismatic dynamo to then be burning some emeralds, but I think I've got enough with the rest of this. So I've got the 3 dynamos I need then, and I should only need to input coal and redstone? I have tons of that. I don't really want to get rid of all of my coal and redstone, but that should be enough. And then somewhere, yeah, auxiliary transmission coil augments. I'm probably going to need more of them, but they're a decent upgrade. And actually, there's a load of these. The auxiliary transmission coils will make them generate more power per tick, but the fuel catalyzers will make the fuel itself generate more power. But then I'm going to need a lot more dynamos to equal the same amount. I can figure out the logistics of how I scale this up later. I do want to make some of these fuel catalyzers though, because they're not terribly expensive, and I have enough lead to spare. And if I make one more of each, I can evenly split them between all of the dynamos. So let's set something up here. This isn't going to be a permanent setup. I can move it around later, especially when I eventually scale this up. But I'm going to need to start with an input chest. Immediately I've run into a bit of a snag, because the redstone can instantly come in here. Well, actually no, because it's going to be input as dust. Same as the coal be input as, what would this be? Chunks? I don't know. So it's all going to come in like this, but that's not the final form, because the innovation dynamo needs it as a block. The steam dynamo, it needs water as well, so I can just steal the infinite water source and that should do it. And then the compression dynamo needs the spare creosote oil. And then all of that can come together into the energy cell just for storage for now. So I'm going to need a couple machines then. Oh, I need a redstone furnace with a pyrolytic conversion augment in it to make the coal coke. Then I need some kind of a crafter. And I should only need 2 of them. So I should be able to make the redstone blocks pretty easily. I'm going to leave it off for now so I don't waste all of my redstone. But I can probably just set that going. Yeah. Now I need to get the redstone furnace and the pyrolytic conversion augment to make the coal coke, and this shouldn't be too hard. I should have spare bricks. I've got machine frames, copper gears are easy, redstone reception coil is easy. Yeah, I can make this. So there's the redstone furnace, then the pyrolytic conversion augment, redstone servo I can make pretty easily. I could have sworn I had some nether bricks around here. I guess not, so I'll just make another one. And the things on the press are pretty easy too. So there we go, pyrolytic conversion augment. So then I can set that up here, except not, because I can't put the augment in just yet, because I need upgrade kits. But each upgrade requires the tier before it, so there's no point making one hardened, one reinforced, and then just making a ton of signalum. Oh, but signalum, I'm not entirely sure how to get cryothium. I guess pulverizing permafrost would work. I don't know how to find a blizz yet, but I can probably do with just reinforced kits for now. I should have everything I need for that, and for hardened. It's just a load of bronze, invar, electrum, and silver. So I just need to make 4 hardened upgrade kits, and 4 reinforced upgrade kits, and then I can put them on all of the machines. Oh, but it's only got 2 slots. That's kind of rough. And just to check, does Signalum give it 4 slots or 3? Guess I'll upgrade the innovation. I'm going to be upgrading all of these eventually. 3 slots. Ugh. Okay, so I think all of these are gonna have the fuel catalyzers in them then. So this should work now to convert the coal into creosote. I'm not entirely sure how to test this just yet. I should get something to transmit the power, and I think I can use the energy conduits, because I can just make them in the alloy furnace. What's the best one that I can get? Maybe vibrant alloy? Yeah, that's not so bad. I don't have many ender pearls though. I must have melted a lot of them down. That's kind of annoying. Well, I can make enough to get 1 set of conduits. Ooh, actually, I can make it cheaper if I just use some of these existing enhanced energy conduits. Sure. I'm making a bunch of energetic alloy ingots anyway. I do just need to get some glowstone though. There we go. There's some energy conduits to work with. If I can get some more ender pearls, then I can convert all of them to the ender energy conduits. But for now, this is the best I can do. So I should be able to just start burning some of this redstone. And it's not making any power? Well, it's made some, because this redstone furnace is being powered. Ah, there we go. I think I need to make this omnidirectional. Does that work to accept power? Nope, it has to be blue. I don't know what the yellow means then. But anyway, there's power in here, so I can test. Does it make the creosote? Or the coal coke, rather. Yes, it does. So I can start burning most of this. I'm definitely going to need to make it faster, but it's making the coal coke. I'm going to need to get a bunch of these auxiliary reception coils. They're not terribly expensive. Why not? I can make one now. I can see how much quicker it goes. Looks like about double speed. Oh, and it looks like it can still make coal coke even if it's full on creosote. But if all goes to plan, I'm just going to be continuously extracting that. So even if it does stop binning it, there we go, overflow protection. So lastly, I'm just going to need to make a bit more fused quartz. And I can turn them into fluid conduits so that I can insert the creosote oil in here. And is that not all I need for this? Fuel and coolant. Ah, is water coolant? Yes. Okay. Ooh, and that generates a reasonable amount of power? I can't tell. This energy cell can store a lot in it. So then I should be able to just extract out of this into an analog crafter. I would like to disconnect this just so it's a bit cleaner. Oh. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. So then the creosote should go in there, get converted into a block, and then come out here into the steam dynamo. So if I just set the back to be input, should start accepting coal, burning into coal coke. That comes in here, gets turned into a block of coal coke, comes into the steam dynamo to get burnt, generating power, and any spare creosote gets burnt in the compression dynamo to generate even more power. Okay, so this works. It is now generating power, but I am still manually inputting blocks. So then that's the next problem to solve, but that's gonna take quite a lot of work. So it's probably not gonna be for a while. Well then, I think the next best thing to do here is to get all of these upgrade kits. And could I go all the way to resonant? Because I can make pyrithium dust. I have plenty of sulfur. Assuming I can make lumium ingots, that is. Or is that going to require the alloy smelter? Actually, I can alloy all of this. Yeah, I just need the materials themselves. So then the big problem is how do I get blizz powder? And I think I'm just going to have to hope that I can get enough from permafrost. And that means I need a pulverizer. Briefly intimidating, but now that I look at it, it's not that bad. Okay, this is doable. I can get most things for the pulverizer relatively easily. I just need a crusher. I'm basically just missing coils and another iron casing. The iron casing is a little annoying, but I can do that. Okay, there we go. Took a little while, but it's nothing I haven't done before. So there's the crusher, and there's the pulverizer. So I guess I may as well set up the pulverizer over here, and then I can fill it with permafrost, and just let this go until I get enough cryothium. Cool. So I can make the 8 cryothium dust that I need to eventually get the 4 signal and upgrade kits. Actually, do I need 4? I've already used 1, so then I only need 3. Well, I've got some spare cryothium dust if I need it, I guess. But the main thing that I'm missing here is the signalum. And to alloy it, I need copper, silver, and destabilized redstone? I don't see redstone dust here. Only destabilized clathrate and destabilized redstone ore. And normal redstone ore, I guess. But normal redstone ore doesn't work in the smeltery. It does work in the melter, though. So I guess I'll just bucket it across. I do have a melter, right? I do down here, but I'd rather not touch this if I can help it. I might be able to make another one. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I had most of the stuff just lying around already. So I can connect this in. And before I melt too much of it down, I need to figure out exactly how much I need. I need 12 ingots. Each ingot takes 250 destabilized redstone. I'd only be able to put in a bucket's worth at a time. A bucket's worth is exactly 4 ingots, so 3 buckets. So then that is 30 redstone dust. Ooh, and this is going to take quite a while for it to go through. So I'm going to leave it for a bit. And I guess I can look through what I need for the resonant ender then. Lumium needs tin, silver, and energized glowstone. Energized glowstone, can that be melted? No. It can be melted this way though, and it's pretty much 1-to-1, so it's about the same thing. I need 12 glowstone? Because I get 250 at a time. Yeah, so lumium's fine. Enderium, lead, platinum, and resonant ender. I've come to expect by now. I can't just melt down ender pearls, but I can do that in the melter. Again, it's 1-to-1, so I need 12 ender pearls. And then platinum, I don't think I have any platinum. I don't seem to have any in the chests. How do I get platinum then? Ooh, it's extremely deep in the overworld. That'd be why I haven't found any yet. It's not terribly uncommon, but I don't know how well I'm going to be able to mine for it. But I can't seem to get it from the sieve, so that might be my only option. Okay, I guess I'm going mining then. I will just do the rest of this first. I need 9 ingots worth of copper and 3 ingots of silver to make the signalum. Then I need similar for the lumium. I need 9 tin and another 3 silver. There we go. So now I can make those signalum upgrades and put them all through the system, along with these extra augments. Oh wait, but I've been doing the calculations with making 3 upgrades in mind. I need to get 4 for the resonant upgrades, so I need a little bit more lumium. Not that much more, only 4 more ingots. There we go. And I may as well turn them into gears now. So I just need platinum and a bunch of ender pearls, and I should be good. And given that it's not night, I'll go for the platinum first. And it seems like it's best at Y4 and 5, so I'm going low. So I'm going to be mining from this depth. Ooh, but there is a lot of lava at this depth, so I'm going to have to weave through all of this. Yeah, lots of lava. There's a reason I don't like to mine this deep. It gets really hard to avoid all of the lava. Maybe there's an easier way. Because I've got this scanner here, which should be able to scan for the ore that I need. I hope it works for platinum. I'm not entirely sure how to get power into it though. Probably need an energetic infuser. It's not that bad, just more of what I've already done. I can connect that up, and it charges pretty quickly actually. There we go. Now how does this work? It's not going to tell me. What if I just right click? Oh. Do I give it the common ores module or the rare ores module? They're not terribly expensive, so why not both? There we go, 2 blank scanner modules, and then with coal and a diamond, I can make the 2 scanner modules. And I can probably just put both of them in at once and have it work to scan. So if I come back down here, and we try scanning and see what happens. Whoa. Whoa, okay. What does that mean? Presumably, the color is what it is. So that's probably diamond, gold, iron, redstone. Ooh, what's that down there? Platinum! Nice. Okay. I only need 4 of this then. So, that's nearly enough to get the enderium. I've got the platinum and I've got the lead. It's probably worth me doubling the platinum before I just get rid of it. I'm still missing the 16 ender pearls to make what I need. And I'm not going to be able to get that until nighttime. So I guess in the meantime, I can try and get the pyrotheum. I guess it's not so much trying as just making it. But yeah, I'm really just waiting on ender pearls. I guess I won't have to wait too long. Right, the sun has just fallen past the horizon now. Time to go looking for endermen. And I think I'm probably best to run along this desert. More for the clear sightlines than anything else. There do seem to be a couple dragons around here though, so I can't go just about anywhere. But I can still find enough endermen to get the pearls that I need. And maybe a bit more. So I can melt down all of these ender pearls to get the resonant ender I need. And I can also make a bit more vibrant alloy, so I can get some more ender energy conduits. But that's all the Enderium I need, so I can make the 4 resonant upgrade kits, and I can upgrade all of these machines. And I don't have another fuel catalyzer, so I'm gonna put in an auxiliary transmission coil. And also, while I'm at it, I can upgrade the rest of these cables. And I think that just about does it for what I want to do for thermal expansion right now. Pretty much every other machine I'll only really need to make for purpose, but that should be the next power generation pretty much done. All I need to do is just fill this chest with coal and redstone, and it should make quite a lot of power. But to get that coal and redstone, I'm gonna need to automate ex nihilo, so I'm gonna have to do some more magic mods. But I don't see that taking too long. That's something for another time, but for now, I think I'm done with this video. I am just gonna go through and claim everything, because I should have a decent amount of rewards and a decent amount of loot chests to go through. And most of the things I got were pretty bad, except I got a deep dark portal. And these are normally very expensive. So this could probably cheat quite a lot of things. And the deep dark is pretty much the definitive place to do any kind of mining. So this is very useful. Well, that seems like a pretty good note to end the video on. Finished the next power gen, and got very lucky with the loot chests. I don't think I've got anything else to say, so I'm gonna call the video here. Bye.